So we have an article from Breitbart News, and I know as soon as the name Breitbart is mentioned, a lot of people roll their eyes because they have developed somewhat of a negative reputation in the media. But this article talks about illegal immigration, and I want to read it to you, and this is what it says. Nearly 600 pregnant illegal aliens hoping to have anchor babies in U.S. detained in 5 months. Close to 600 pregnant illegal alien women have been detained by United States Border Patrol and immigration officials in the last 5 months, newly released numbers reveal. In a critical BuzzFeed News report of President Trump's zero tolerance policy at the border, Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE officials revealed that between December 2017 and April 2018, there have been about 590 pregnant illegal alien women booked into detainment after crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. The staggering numbers are buried in a long-form report where pregnant illegal aliens allege abuse at the detention facilities by the Border Patrol and ICE agency. As Breitbart News has reported, illegal aliens often cross the southern border in hopes of having U.S.-born children to anchor them permanently in the country. In one recent case, a couple with 4 anchor babies living in Boston, Massachusetts, said they feared being deported. For this reason, the U.S.-born children of illegal aliens are often referred to as anchor babies, as they are able to eventually bring an unlimited number of foreign relatives to the U.S. through the process known as chain migration. Every 2 new immigrants to the U.S. brings an estimated 7 foreign relatives with them. As Breitbart News reported, the U.S. is nearly alone in granting citizenship to the children of illegal aliens. For example, the U.S. and Canada are the only 2 developed nations with birthright citizenship. There are at least 4.5 million anchor babies in the U.S. under the age of 18, Breitbart News noted. This estimate does not include the potential millions of anchor babies who are older than 18 years old, nor does it include the anchor babies who are living overseas with their deported foreign parents. So as we can see from this article, it's talking about chain migration and the term anchor babies. And of course, that term has become a bit controversial. A lot of people on the left are certainly not too fond of it. And of course, on the left, they're not too fond of the term illegal immigrant. So this is a very controversial issue. Obviously, the issue of immigration is very controversial when you're talking about the spectrum of the right against the left. So it's definitely something that is difficult to talk about. But my view is that if what this article reports, if indeed a lot of these women are just coming into this country to just cheat the system, to just have a baby and that's it, just so they can come into this country with no legitimate reason backing them, then obviously, yes, this is a country of laws, this is a country of borders, and yes, we have a right to protect our borders from people that just want to cheat the system. However, I don't feel comfortable with this idea of dehumanizing individuals, a group of individuals. You see, it's easy to just call them the others. It's us against them. So when we dehumanize them, it makes it easy for us to see them as less than human beings. We have to go back to World War II, what we did to Japanese citizens. This is what we can become capable of when we dehumanize people. So the term anchor babies, I don't necessarily have a problem with words, but I have a problem with the feeling behind them. You see, I know that when a lot of the right-wingers mention the term anchor babies, they do it. There's a certain feeling behind it. There's a certain there's a certain element of dehumanizing these individuals. So I'm against it for that reason. But like I said, we can't just make a blanket statement when it comes to all these individuals. We have to study these cases carefully, and if these women are escaping from legitimate hardship, from tribulation, from extremely bad conditions in their country, then yes, we need to give them an opportunity to be heard and to determine whether they have a legitimate reason to be in this country. But if they're just cheating the system, then yes, I'm all for deporting all these individuals that don't have a legitimate reason to be in this country illegally. So that's my view. And then when it comes to the BuzzFeed article that it mentions within this Breitbart article, I want to talk about that as well. So let's take a look at what this BuzzFeed article says. So in this BuzzFeed article, we find the following. In May, Attorney General Jeff Sessions publicly introduced a zero-tolerance immigration policy that has led to children being separated from their parents at the border, sparked national outrage, and triggered an executive order from President Trump. While the national focus had been on family separations, another Department of Homeland Security policy quietly introduced by the Trump administration 5 months earlier has devastated women fleeing violence in their home countries. The detention of pregnant women not yet in their third trimester. Before that directive, which the Trump administration implemented in December before announcing it in March, ICE was under an Obama administration era directive not to detain pregnant women except in extreme circumstances or in relatively rare cases of expedited deportation. The new ICE directive states that women are not to be held into their third trimester and that ICE is responsible for ensuring pregnant detainees receive appropriate medical care, including effectuating transfers to facilities that are able to provide appropriate medical treatment. But BuzzFeed News has found evidence that that directive is not being carried out. Instead, women in immigration detention are often denied adequate medical care, even when in dire need of it, are shackled around the stomach while being transported between facilities, and have been physically and psychologically mistreated. So there you have it. Basically, if what this BuzzFeed article says is true, and they say to have proof that these women that are pregnant, that are in an advanced stage of pregnancy, are truly being mistreated and not offered medical attention at these detention centers operated by ICE, then yes, this is a severe problem that we have to deal with. It goes back to my main point of dehumanizing these individuals to the point of where lose any form of empathy towards them. We cannot be a country that goes that low where we are denying medical attention to these women that need them. If these women need medical attention, they should be provided with that medical attention. We shouldn't be treating these individuals like animals. They're not animals. So all of these scenes of people being treated like animals in cages, of course I'm against that. We need to treat these individuals as human beings. If they're broken laws, then we need to prove they broke laws. They have no legitimate reason to be here. But we should not be treating them as lower than animals. That's not what we stand for. And if ICE is really doing this, then they should be ashamed of themselves. And the administration should also be ashamed of themselves. We owe these people better treatment. We should not be ripping them from their children. We should be treating them fairly. We should allow them to state their case and then make a just determination. So that's my view on that. Thank you for watching this video. And I want to challenge you to hit the subscribe button on this page to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos. I also want to encourage you to support my channel by clicking on the links that are under this video. And the first link takes you to my other YouTube channel where I talk about business and marketing. And I teach you exactly what you need to do to become your own boss. And the second link takes you to a powerful business opportunity that will allow you to be an entrepreneur and, again, to discover the power of becoming your own boss and not being a slave to the system. The third link takes you to my personal blog, alexandermarquez.net. That's my official website where I cover issues such as mindset, marketing, and business. And the bottom line is, if you want to transform your life, you have to free yourself from the system. You have to stop being a slave. You have to escape the matrix. And you escape the matrix by escaping the conditioning, by becoming your own boss, by being an entrepreneur, by escaping the rat race and becoming free. So I want to challenge you to click on those links, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Take care.